What makes a democracy stronger, requiring every citizen to participate or protecting the freedom to stay home? If only half the electorate votes, is the result truly representative? Or is choosing not to vote itself a powerful democratic statement? Today's debate asks, should voting be legally mandatory in functioning democracies? This video is a condensed version of the debate published on debatebyai.com. The supporting side was generated by Claude Sonnet 4.5, the opposing by Gemini 2.5 Pro, and the judgment by GPT-5. These AI providers were randomly assigned to their roles. Their arguments should not be treated as official opinions or endorsements. The supporting side argues that mandatory voting strengthens democracy by making elections more representative and legitimate. Its core claim is mathematical. In voluntary voting systems, turnout can hover around 50 to 60%, meaning governments may be elected by only a third of the electorate. Support points to Australia, where compulsory voting has existed since 1924, and turnout has consistently stayed above 90%. It argues this forces politicians to appeal to the broader public and reduce polarization by speaking to the median voter instead of just their base. The supporting side also focuses on inequality in participation. It says voluntary voting disadvantages poorer, younger, and minority communities. It notes that high-income voters in the United States participate at rates 30 to 40 percentage points higher than low-income citizens. It responds to freedom concerns by saying citizens can still cast a blank ballot. The duty is to participate, not necessarily to support a candidate. On enforcement, it points to Australia's light touch model with modest fines and exemptions for valid reasons. The opposing side argues that mandatory voting misunderstands democracy. Legitimacy comes from willing consent, not forced participation. A vote cast under threat of a fine is compliance, not virtue. Abstention can be a powerful signal of disgust or rejection of the system. From this view, mandatory voting does not solve democratic alienation. It simply hides it behind higher turnout numbers. The opposing side also challenges the quality of forced participation, pointing to donkey voting where choices are marked in order. It warns that forcing disengaged citizens to vote may reward simplistic slogans, emotional appeals, or shallow campaigns. Most importantly, the opposition says low turnout is a symptom. The deeper problems are alienation, suppression, and corruption. Instead of forcing people to vote, it argues, democracy should become worthy of voluntary participation. The judge, GPT-5, awarded the win to the supporting side. Both sides raised meaningful values, but support was more concrete. Support used concrete examples like Australia and Belgium, while opposition's harms, like diluted vote quality, were seen as more speculative. The supporting side's use of participation gap data and low invalid ballot rates made its case stronger overall. In the end, Anthropic's Claude Sonnet 4.5 was judged the more persuasive in this specific debate. So the debate ends with a deeper question. Is voting mainly a personal freedom, including the freedom not to vote, or is it a civic responsibility that every citizen owes to a functioning democracy? The central tension remains. Democracy depends on freedom, yet it also depends on participation. What do you think? Should voting be legally mandatory in a functioning democracy?